guys, what's going on? This is Bill with Old German Steel, and today we're gonna get back on the bus. All right, guys, this is kind of where we're at. I took the fuel tank out of the bus to make all the repairs that are back over here in this corner, which I may have messed up. I'll find that out here in a little while, but the support that I put across, right across there, may be too low. So that may be a modification will need to be made. I still need to get in there and get it all primered up. It seam sealed on the other side. I don't know if it's necessary on this side. But another problem was these straps here. Let me show you. I cut these because the bolts were spinning on the other side of the bus, and I couldn't get them to come loose. So I cut them and took the tank out. So my first thing that I need to do is we're going to figure out how to take this that's still in there and get it out of there and see if I can come up with some solution on how to repair these straps. All right, guys, I was able to get out the piece that kind of got twisted off while I was trying to make this happen as far as getting the tank out. I'm going to try to see if I can beat this thing back around, kind of straighten it up, and see if there's a way I can either weld it or rivet it back onto the strap that's already there. Kind of getting that back together in shape. And I'll look at the other end and see what I can do to attach this back of that strap. I think I may be able to either rivet it, or I may be able to put a little weld in it. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see here. Basically what I have is these two pieces. I'm going to try to make them back together just to see if I can do it. Okay, this is kind of what I've got going on here. I've iced it up there and I put a magnet behind it, and I'm going to get the TIG out and see if we can get that weld back together. I'm not really sure exactly how well it'll do, but I'm going to try it out. It seems like the easiest possible way of fixing it. There, guys. That turned out pretty decent. It's all welded up. I don't know how well it'll stay. I may want to put a deal across it, a strap or something. I'm sorry, I'm not putting on it. Put a strap across it, maybe on both sides to just give some extra support. But it's working towards getting it back together where I can get the other side in and work on getting this tank in. So that's where I'm at right now. All right, guys. Well, I actually had to step away from the project today. I had a friend call me. JT from our car club and my friend Barry, and JT had scored like a really awesome car and wanted to kind of share with you guys at what we did this afternoon, going picking it up, taking it over to the Old German Steel headquarters in Mineola, Texas, and putting it in for safekeeping. And I'll show you a little bit around this cool old building one of our club members has, and keeps his Volkswagens there, and it's kind of his hangout place. And also I've got a little bit of footage of another one of our club members, Andy, where he's getting an opportunity to pick up a car that he's known for over 2 decades, and he's pretty excited about it. He's going to build it into a race car. It's going to be a street race car, but I wanted to share that footage with you too. And we'll be back on the bus here real soon. But I appreciate you guys kind of tuning in and kind of getting a little update of what's going on. But I'm back on the bus, and we're going to make it happen. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out, man. Go work on your old Volkswagen.
So I'm at work one day, and a doctor that I work with found out that I was into Volkswagens, and told me that he had a thing on his lake property, and it was in really bad shape. A tree limb had fallen on it, and there was just what he thought would be a lot wrong with it. He didn't see any monetary value to what he had, but knew I would be excited about the possibility of refurbishing it after several of my stories. So he gave me the opportunity to go look at it. It was funny because he is a doctor that doesn't normally work with us. So 6 months goes down the road where I don't know if he's still serious, if it's something that's a feasible thing. But the first opportunity I see him 6 months later, I asked to go see the thing, and he obliged. So we go out to this property that has not been livable for years. It's a dilapidated house. The insurance company ended up dropping him several years ago, so he no longer did any refurbishing on it because actual tree limbs were going through the house. So it was a scary situation when we go and walk up to what we see is the car next to it. But after we get close enough, it looks like they put a piece of plywood over the top of it. It was all tarped up over the ripped original tarp. And then he starts telling me stories about the vehicle. It kind of got a little sentimental for him because this doctor is at retirement age. And this is the vehicle that he learned to drive a Standard in. This is the whole vehicle he kind of grew up with. It's a 1 year only. It shows to have about 25,000 miles on it, which the doctor says should be all original miles. It's got the gas heater in it. The driver's side pans are absolute Swiss cheese. The passenger side seems to be fine except for underneath the battery. No visible rust anywhere else. I mean, these doors with one time a WD-40 are opening and shutting just as tight as they should. All the vinyl seems to be original and in good condition. It hasn't yet been cleaned up, but everything's soft and pliable and uncracked. So I'm super excited, super stoked to have the opportunity. We've been able to put the key in. Headlights come on, tail lights come on, all interior lights come on. Engine turns over, doesn't seem to be getting any spark, so that's understandable, may need some ignition. My goal is to possibly do a 2-inch raise. I'm still kind of kicking that, but not lowering the vehicle, using it as a beach buggy the way it was originally designed, Baja style. Putting all new brakes, just making it, doing as little as possible, taking away from the vehicle, just to get it back up on the road and usable and serviceable. And then the promise was to take him on the ride to be able to go in the car again one more time for the opportunity to be able to restore it. So
well, that's an awesome story, man.
Super excited. It's a great opportunity for the club, Old German Steel, to get together.
Oh my gosh,
If that hasn't happened in your workshop, you don't.
Yeah, Barry. All right, guys. And we are at the Old German Steel headquarters here, too, which is in Mineola, Texas. Really awesome place here. Got an old train depot across the way. And this place is, this is where the Volkswagens go to get happy again. Is this a 69 in here or 68?
69.
69 in here. So it's a pretty sweet bug too. And just a cool place to hang out. And then we've got this super vert over here, which has been painted and disassembled and painted, and it just needs to go back together. Which this car is a, I guess you'd say somewhat of a clone of the one that you grew up with, Barry? Yeah, so that's sweet. And then out up there, man, that is some history right there. The bus.
Last piece from the old 65.
Yeah. What's going on, guys? Man, I just heard some great news. One of the guys that helps out all the time in the OGs, he's a member of the OGs, but his bug, he had a Baja he's going to build, but he decided to go a different direction and build a race car. And he has had the opportunity to go and pick up a car that was like one of the faster cars here in the 90s. There it is. Lord almighty, look at this thing. That looks like it could be a little bit of fiberglass in the front of that thing.
Yeah, it is. Got a glass front clip.
Has it got a cage in it?
Nope, but it's gonna.
Wow.
All right, man. This is Andy Tennant with Rose City Motorsports. Probably 20 plus years ago, I wanted to build a hot rod bug, so I bought a 72, and it was a Super Beetle. And at the time, Lee Prater had this car with a big engine in it, and he was running it on the street, and I was really interested in the engine, so we pulled the engine out of this car with the transaxle, put it in my 72, and now here some 20 something years later, you know, I'm fixing to do it again. I've got me this car now, and the craziest part about it is the engine that is going back in this car is the same engine that we pulled out and went through and put in my car 20 something years ago. So I'm literally bringing this car and its original street engine back together to be my street car. We're going to full cage it, and you know, it's going to be a fun trip, but it's a really cool deal that I'm actually putting the original streetcar engine back in the same car it came out of 20 something years ago when I built my first fast bug. So the saga begins.
It does.